Hi everyone, this is the TimePro Spring review for the Spring 337, sorry, 336. And I'm here with the stakeholders and the dev team. Let's get into the backlog. So our Spring goal was to implement the Azure function as a core part of the webhook feature to support the billing epic. So this is not done. We're still in progress. For the timesheet data, Tom worked the most, and we also have Geoffrey, me, Lorraine, and Lou. Here's the backlog. We have a bunch of PBIs, but just half of them done. And let's get into the backlog. Okay, so let's go through the done ones. The first one is done by Geoffrey. This one is to add a Q&A in the documentation to record how a developer can solve the 403 error when accessing the TimePro staging portal. This is fixed by performing a CRM sync to synchronize new users to the TimePro users table so that the user can access the portal as normal. The next one done by Lorraine.
I'm sorry, I didn't really understand that. There's something like you're getting a lot of 403 errors and you've got some system to solve it.
Yes, originally Geoffrey came across this issue because the staging synchronization between CRM and TimePro, the last synchronization was before Geoffrey joined SSW, so there's no valid user record in the staging TimePro database. So Lou helped us with doing a new synchronization to solve this issue. Does that make sense?
Okay, all right.
Okay, let's continue to the next done PBI. This one is a done video PBI worked on by Lorraine, and she recorded V2 and reviewed by Adam. And although Adam provided a lot of feedback, but they agreed to mark this as done. And Lorraine will continue working on further version of this video. Next one is to create a China tenant in production. This one is done so that we are only one PBI left from closing the China tenant epic. And this one is done by talking to Clara. She has already created a China tenant in production much earlier so that we can use that directly for testing. And for the rest 3 done PBIs, they are all about UI tasks, and I will let Tom to elaborate.
Okay, thank you, Jim. Let me quickly share my screen. Okay, can you guys see me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one, okay, thank you. So the first one is about standardized buttons and all this, the save or delete button on the invoice editing page, and it's already deployed to the production. So as you can see in this new voice page, we have this little icon here on the tab, and we changed the title to allocation. Formerly it was action, and then we place this little icon here to indicate this one is to move this timesheet into the allocate, and this one is moved to the write-off. And when we enter these tabs, and the button has changed to this cross delete ones, and this one means return to unallocated. And also I change the delete button to the right side and rename it and change the color to the primary color, which is black.
Just a little animation when you add one to one or the other. So you know when you're on the unallocated and you press the plus or the you had two buttons there, the green. When you press the green one, there should be a little animation that goes into the other. I know we don't look at it, but you know there could just be a pulsing on the other tab, and when you click the other one, it pulses on the other. So it feels like it went in there visually. If you just do it now, you don't know what's going on. So you need to have it just, you know. You can also have it like on sometimes. I remember on the download button on our website when we did it, went into the shopping cart. It looks a lot better.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a tiny little animation if you can do that. Also, that one is green, but the other one on the tab is not green. So they've got to be consistent. Make them either both green or both black.
But the green one means the billable, and the black one means write off.
But if it's going to be green, then the tab itself has to be green. Sorry, not the tab.
So this one, just the icon.
Yeah, just the icon. Must be the same color.
Okay, it is as per Michaela's design. Maybe I'll ask her for if she wants to do the change.
Well,
but I think she will.
Hold on. You've got a lot of people. You've got a lot of smart people on the call. Does anyone disagree that those colors should? Anyone saying they should not match? No.
Yeah, I don't. I think that the green is an action button, whereas grey is a non-action item.
Yeah. Also, the grey indicates it's not selected, and if I select this one, it will be red.
I would probably refer to Michaela because she's got a sort of a more global view of how she's doing it for the whole site. So I don't think it's a bad idea, but I just think that maybe the whole part of Michaela's job is to try and make it consistent across the whole site. So let's see if it makes sense for her. So Tom, can you just make it as a to-do to ask her?
No, I'm going to push back. There's enough smart people on this call, the years of experience, way more than Michaela has. So she can always override things if she has a particular opinion, but there's enough people here that would say what they would expect.
Yeah, what if
JK got an opinion?
What if we make the button icon different? To have like a plus or something, and then it's not a problem.
Oh.
No, I
because
think they should match.
Allocation.
They probably should match.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right because the one is button and the other one is just a display, but I get what you mean.
Alvin or Lou, any opinions?
I kind of agree with Adam says, but I also think for the allocated billable and the write-off, can we like remove those icons? Because the unallocated time doesn't have icon. The first tab, say the 47 one, doesn't have tab.
Yeah.
If we remove.
Yeah, good point. That's why just consistency across the site, because maybe the icon there doesn't make sense at all. I probably agree with you, Lou.
If you want to keep the icon, I agree to change to green.
Yeah, I would just inform Michaela you're just going to make the match.
Okay, so maybe I'll call Michaela after this meeting and ask her to make this paging consistent with icon color.
Yes.
Or
yes, please.
Just okay, sure.
And also the animation, please.
The animation. Okay, I'll put a comment under this PBI and create a new PBI to implement the animation. Okay, and for the next two So this one basically has a pink delete button under the product editing page, so it's inconsistent with another delete button. So I change it to black and make it on the right side of the page as per the rule that Michaela made about all the delete buttons. And also for this one, it's Betty's PBI, and it's handed over by Jeffrey. And so formally, we have this on the main page, we have this left panel and the right panel, and the main content who holds all the timesheet information. But if we input a very long text into the note, it will squeeze the left panel and the right panel, make them look smaller, and it is very inconsistent, as you can see on the demonstration. That's Jeffrey's comment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think to understand what you said, you'd have to watch the Yak show, because every time you clicked on a different timesheet, the page would appear to zoom or shrink, and it was very weird. But anyway, it's good you fixed it. Can we move on to you, Jim? Were you going to be producing a new video of creating a new tenant this sprint?
No, I didn't have time to do it. It's being moved across to the next sprint.
Okay, but was it in the plan to do it?
It was in the backlog, yeah.
But was it in the sprint backlog?
Yeah, I mean sprint backlog.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom. I will take over the screen sharing. Okay, that would be all the done PBIs. And let's continue to the in-progress ones. Here is the one to reduce App Insights logs, because as you know, we're experiencing massive cost on the application insights, around $300 per month. So this turned out to be a much bigger task than we expected. We talked to various people, and we ended up sort of found out the source of the issue was that the CRM is having a bug that produces a lot of requests to the TimePro. So it's still in progress, and it's one of our sprint goal for the next sprint.
Just adding some information on this. Specifically,
Yes.
it's not really CRM, it's the Outlook Dynamics 365 Outlook app. And it's constantly synchronized the contact from the Outlook to CRM, and then CRM triggers the sync to TimePro. And it only happens to Yuli's account. So for now, we temporarily disable Yuli's Outlook and CRM sync in the app. And there was a bug previously working by Chris with Microsoft. So it's Outlook app issue. And we need to speak with Chris and probably speak with Microsoft again to work on this Outlook and CRM sync problem. So we can't do any development to fix this at this stage. So yeah, just adding some information.
Yeah, thanks for the clarification. Does that make sense, Adam? Because you're frozen.
Yeah, it made enough sense that I understood. And it's good you're working on this problem, because the logs are a problem.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is still in progress. The one you just mentioned, the dump video for improving the tenant provisioning dump video I did earlier. So I will continue to do this in the next sprint. Next one is our sprint goal, which is still in progress. A few blockers we experienced is me and Geoffrey need needed to clarify some technical details regarding the architecture diagram in the doc. So we spoke with some solution architect, and we will continue working. The next two, I will talk about them together, is successive tasks after we complete the Azure function and the CRM new fields task. So these two are kind of blocked by their prerequisites. Okay, continue to this one is a bug fix on the UI alignment. And Tom, do you want to talk about this one?
Okay, so
just briefly.
Yeah, so basically we're talking about whether to kill this page.
Tom, can you take over the screen share?
Okay.
Yeah, because there is some topic under discussion.
So let me show you the PBI.
While he's taking over, I'll just tell you that there is an iterations page, and the recommendation from Michaela was to kill the page because it wasn't used, and it does look in a state of disrepair. The page is very wonky if anybody does it. I think the bottom line is that was created when a client wants time allocated per PBI, so they know how much they're spending per PBI. So I'd be very hesitant about deleting that and deleting the table. So I asked Tom to come up with a video showing the usage of it before we delete it, because I think that might be a bad idea.
Okay. So yeah, so basically, I think we are just transforming this one into a new PBI that we want to test it in a new tenant with John. And also, yeah, we do want this functionality to help estimate the task time. So I will create a new PBI after this spring meeting and try to trace down the progress that's testing with which is testing with John. Is that okay? Hey Adam, I think you're frozen.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, thanks, Tom. The last PBI is a conversation with people who didn't use suggested timesheet or automatic timesheet in the past month, and I didn't have time to do it. But it's a recurring task, so I will do it every sprint. Okay, I will quickly go through the rest. Suggested timesheet usage has increased 8%. Automatic timesheet usage has decreased 5%. The sprint burn down is like this. It doesn't look as good because we experienced interruption and blockers during the sprint. DevOps, we have 3 successful production deployments. There are no code coverage changes for both backend and frontend. The build pipeline health looks quite good for both frontend and backend. The application health is still experiencing a huge amount of failed requests, which turn out to be related to our app insights logs issue. So it means when we fix the app insights logs issue, this failed request issue will be solved together.
It looks like it's already been solved. Look at the pink.
Yeah, the number dropped down because on this day, I believe it's 8th, on Friday, Lou helped to disable the synchronization, which significantly reduces the log volumes. So it proves they are related.
You mean he disabled synchronization for Yuli's account only, right? Because that's what Lou said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for
Adam, it's not
clarifying. I
fixed.
was confused.
It's not fixed. The logs have
Yeah, it's
dropped
not fixed.
significantly, but the problem's not fixed.
Yeah, it's not fixed. It's a temporary solution to confirm whether this is the source of the source of the issue, so that we
Yeah.
can have clearer direction for the next step.
It confirms that Yuli's account on the Outlook application is the source of problem.
No. It's across all accounts. It's just that Yuli's got a lot more accounts under his name, and there's a lot of dead accounts and a lot of bad records. But it wasn't Luke. Didn't Luke say that that it's about an 80% reduction? So based on that, if it's $300 a month now, it's going to go down to $60 a month based on that. But they don't have data to support that cost. But 80% reduction in the logs. And Luke suggested that we could go even better but there's a lot of logs that are not just about the failed requests for the Yuli accounts, that there's a lot of just every time the applications talk to each other, it's logged. And Luke said that you should only turn the logging on when you know there's an issue, and it could go down to $2 a month. And that's something that they wanted to ask you, Adam.
JK, what did you want to chime in with?
Just a comment that one of the more expensive potentially could also be the background process for gamification. Not as much suggested timesheets, but mostly the one that that downloads the blog posts and calculates the points for gamification.
And for your information, Adam, we also have the plan to talk to this sysadmin to check what is the acceptable cost for the log, so that we have a benchmark, we have a reference to work. Okay, let's continue to the state of epics. We're currently working on 3 epics together, but mainly the 2 of them. The UI epic is worked on by Tom, and the China tenant is almost finished with only 1 PBI left, the video one. And the 3rd cross-billing epic is our main focus, worked by me and Geoffrey. We have the same R&D work this sprint as the last sprint, which is to do cross-tenant billing and unified report architecting. So we also did some investigation this sprint. AI usage, I'm using Copilot with GPT-5, DeepSeek, and Cloud. And it's the same for Tom.
Yakshaver?
I didn't do Yakshaver for the last sprint.
Were you in any Yakshavers?
No,
Should try,
as far
yeah.
as I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I will try. Yeah, I will try to for each sprint. It's the same for Tom.
Try to do at least 1 or 2, Jim. It's
Right. Okay. Yeah.
We are also
Okay.
promoting Yakshiva in China. I really want you guys to try. Give me some idea.
Yeah, we'll do it. Okay. It's the same for Tom. He's using Copilot with GPT-5, and he did Yakshapes. Okay, now for the Copilot stats, I will hand it over to Michael.
Thank you, Jim. The Copilot stats. This was our sprint review meeting. Jim, as the Scrum Master, did most of the talking. Lou is our CRM expert, and he's a fairly crucial person in regards to the work we're doing, because the product syncs with CRM. So Luke and I both contributed to the conversation. And Tom also contributed because he did some work on the UX UI, of which was displayed earlier. And everyone contributed equally, with Jim being the main coordinator. Keep moving down.
Can I find this sprint review? No reason? Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yep. So keep moving down, Jim. Keep going, keep going.
Keep going. This is the main action.
Oh, this is for the next. This is the next sprint.
Yeah. The next, the main action point for the next.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we're not going to talk about the next sprint. So yeah, there's two action. Well, the main action point for the next sprint is very much about get the app insight logs and the Azure function, the webhook working for the cross-tenant timesheet synchronization. Obviously, both are in progress, but we're very keen to get those tidied up for the next sprint.
Yep.
And the question is AI fairly accurate?
Yeah, it is actually. That's very accurate. We spent a bit of time talking about the app insights, and obviously Luke was part of that conversation. He's a solution architect, so he had some technical insights, and the guys spoke about the Azure function, the webhook, and how we'd like to get that finished off to get this epic across the line. So that's very accurate.
Thank you.
Okay, that's our yak shaver use. And the ratio
70%, that's pretty good. Yep.
Yeah, it's
obviously,
pretty
good. If Jim starts using it, might even go up a bit more. But obviously, all new requirements, we're trying to do our best with yak shaver, unless it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. And that's the review.
All right, let's just quickly do the sprint retrospective. What went well? Luke was really buoyant, as it was I, about us finishing the production China tenant. And we're only one PBI away from completing the epic, which is a big gold star to the guys. And we've made sure we set up the next sprint for getting this done, and so we can ship. So that's really good work. Jim, we had a bunch of UI tasks that were finished, and we can show that to be done. So something visual, which is good. Thanks to Tom. And we also, as you can see with the logs, you can see that we've reduced the app insights by at least 80%, which I think is a step in the right direction. I think there's a bit more to do with that, but we've made a significant dent in that. What didn't go so well, Jim? There was a few interruptions. Jeffrey had to leave. Hugo had something else on. And some manual review in some
in brackets client work for Jeffrey.
Yeah, exactly, which is totally understandable. We always know that is always a distraction we have to manage. So it's just one of those things.
Sorry, put in brackets client work, and it's the same thing for Hugo. He's also on client work. They're both. It just when you just say has to leave, it sounds like he's not coming back.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You can delete on something else.
Oh, okay. Looks good.
And improvements, this is really more from you, Tom, but you want to just check on how much of the UI, UX stuff we bring in based on capacity, because we really want to get this cross-billing feature across the line, and use the UX stuff as a filler task as we go, because there's still a bunch more to do, isn't there, Tom?
Yes, and still, yeah, this framework we're using is still
chime
in discussion.
One of the things, Jim, I think seems to be a lot of progress, so that's great. I definitely think in your retro, you should be putting didn't inform Adam there wouldn't be a done video, because this is a couple of sprints in a row. So you've got to inform me before. So I'm not asking in the sprint review. And with regards to what Tom has in improvements, we did speak on Friday night about the logic, so Tom should know. So I'm surprised to see that there a little bit. But we are trying to get this across the line for Michaela, and we're trying to get rid of one of the frameworks. So there's 3 UI frameworks: Bootstrap, Kendo, and Material. We're going to get rid of one of those if we can. And we're trying to complete this so Michaela can leave TimePro and do other UI work on other projects. Okay, so we've got to get it done. All right. Can we do the planning as quickly as possible?
Yeah, jump to the forecast. We have 2 PBIs as our next sprint goal. One is continuing the Azure function, and the other one is solve the App Insight logs issue. Here is the backlog. For your information, Adam, we will be having a 2-week sprint for the next, because both me and Geoffrey will have 2 days away this week. And Michael agreed we have a 2-week sprint to deliver. Yeah.
That's a
how
question.
many man days in the next week?
Sorry.
How many man days if you guys work in the next week? In the next 5 days, in the next week, 7 days, how many man days?
18, around something
18.
Around 18.
There's going to be 18 man days worked in the next 7 days.
I think Jim means
just write the calc in the chat. If Jim, if you're working and Lou's working 3 days, JK, will you be involved at all?
No, you want me on SSW rewards.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's fine.
You work part-time, so you need to multiply Lou by half, guys.
That's what I said. So he's on it 5 days, isn't he? But he's 5 half days. No.
It could be that Jim doesn't know what a day is. Might need to explain it to him.
Yeah. So Lou, you could put it in the chat. You know, you can put Jim 3 days, Tom 5 days, Lou 2.5 days, Mehmet 1 day. I don't know. Jeffrey, I don't know what Jeffrey's doing, but obviously you guys have already spoken. But I do think that generally we say if there's at least 5 man days, we have a sprint review. If there's 18, we 100% have a sprint review. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but there could be an argument if there's 6 days, but not. There seems to be a lot more. So Jim, there's no way you're working 7 days in the next 1 week, unless you're working Saturday and Sunday.
We had three options, Adam. Friday was Jim's review, so that was not going to work.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in the detail. I just want to know the total. That's all. The total for the next week and the total for the week after. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm typing the man days.
Jim, you might need to change your days. Adam was asking next week, not 2 weeks. So
yeah,
your days.
Yeah, I'm changing.
And Geoffrey.
Please give a thumb up if you agree.
Min days for the next. Jim, Geoffrey, Lou, Tom. Yep. Yes. So that's 2 to 6, 9, 10, 11, roughly 11.
So Jim is working 5 days next week. Jeffrey is working 5 days. Tom is working 3. Yeah, there's, I don't know.
That was the week after.
Oh, sorry. This week. 2, 2, 2.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, this week. Sorry.
Yeah, you need to put a total, but there's easily 5 days there. So we definitely want to do a sprint review.
For this week, the total will be 11
Yeah,
days.
11. Yeah, that's enough for a sprint review. Okay. All right. All right.
So
All
you're
good?
saying we still do a 1 week sprint?
Yes, we should.
Okay, I will adjust the backlog accordingly.
Right.
Okay.
Mikey, can you just look at this at the standard of 1 week and 2 week? It is documented in sugar learning. Yeah.
Yep.
No, but it might not be that clear. To be honest, everyone on the team should know. So put it in the chat.
Okay.
All right.
I'm happy. Yeah, we sorted out.
As quickly as you can.
Yeah, so this is our sprint review and retro and forecast. And you will see the video on our channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thank you, guys. I'm getting a plane now.
Okay.
Safe flight.